this video as I am coming out of the trash dump and getting ready to go to work. As you can see, the sun is coming up. It's going to be a beautiful day. The temperatures today are supposed to be in the 40s, but later on this evening we're supposed to have a big storm come through, and when that storm comes through, it's supposed to dump a whole bunch of snow. Now, in my area, they're only calling for a couple inches, but as you can see, we still got snow from last weekend because it's unusual in my area for snow to come. So I'm asking for everyone who's listening to this, I'm asking that you do a quick check of everything today before the weather hits, and make sure that you have a couple days of food and water and a way to stay warm, whether this be with like a solar generator with a small heater, or blankets, or a wood stove, or kerosene heater. Because as we know, when these big storms come through, a lot of times ice will form on the power lines and it will short out transformers. And bless the people with the power companies that go out in the nasty weather and work on these lines. But it does take, if it goes down, it does take a while before they can get to it and fix it. As we saw in Texas last year, it took them about 2 weeks to repair all of the power lines. Now, this storm, they are saying, is unprecedented. It's going to be a very huge storm. It's going to hit and impact almost the entire upper eastern coast of the United States. However, if you are living out in Cuba, or anywhere, a little island like that out in the Atlantic Ocean, I would suggest that you also prepare, because even if you only get rain and wind, the wind gusts are going to be fairly high. They're going to be 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and this can impact smaller structures and toss them around like they are toys. So I want y'all to be prepared. This is my thing. I myself am prepared. Okay? I myself am prepared. I've been preparing for a long time. So I myself am prepared. However, I worry about the people around me and the people who are not prepared, especially children. Be sure that you pick up some kind of toys or books or something to occupy these children if the power goes out, and to keep them warm, because children and the elderly are highly susceptible to the cold. So let's be safe and do that, and think of things that the children that you can do for the children to help the children out. Another thing is, as we've been seeing, there has been massive shortages all over the country, in the United States specifically, of certain items, including insulin, EpiPens, and inhalers. If you can get extra from your doctor for you or your family members who need it, now would be a good time to do so. I say that because, yes, we have this huge storm coming through, but as we all know, this huge storm will have effects on our shipping and supply chains even more than what they've already been impacted. So we are being impacted with shortages here and there, certain items we can't find, certain cold medicines that can't be found. Okay, we need to think of that. So I want everyone to be prepared at minimum for 3 days of food and water and a way to stay warm. Okay, this means that even in your vehicle, you should have some way to stay warm in your vehicle, whether it be a sleeping bag, a plug-in electric blanket, because even an electric blanket, even if you lose power to your vehicle, it will still keep you slightly warm. You need to have some way to stay warm in your vehicle, and some kind of fluids and food in your vehicle. As we saw here recently on I-95 in Virginia, there were several people that got held up for 12 to 14 hours. Their vehicles ran out of fuel, and they were miserable. Thankfully, I don't think we lost anyone, but I can guarantee you that some of those people that went through that would not want to go through that if they knew ahead of time. So, my warning to you, get 3 days of food and water, get some way to maintain heat, both in your house and in your vehicle, and be ready to hunker down for a couple days if that's what needs to be done. That means if your child requires milk for formula, you need to go ahead and go get that picked up today before the storm hits. Now be aware that there are shortages, so everyone else is doing the same thing. So, you might have to go to a couple different stores to get what you need. Okay, so this is just my warning to you. I have a very bad feeling about this storm. I think it's going to hit a lot harder than what they're saying, and I think it's going to hit in areas that they're saying it's going to bypass. So I want people, especially along the East Coast of the United States and in Cuba, to be prepared. Okay, y'all guys need to be prepared for this. Upper Peninsula of Canada, Nova Scotia, y'all need to be prepared for this, okay? Right now they're saying it's going to miss everybody, but I don't think so. I think it's going to hit. I just think that it's not going to be as easy to get through as people are saying. I just have a bad feeling. I can't explain it. It's just a bad feeling I have. And I just want everybody to be prepared for that. That being said, those people in Tonga, please be aware that the volcano is still active, and there have been earthquakes off and on. So just be prepared for poor air quality and having to leave suddenly from an area. So have your bags ready to go if you need to, just in case. And with that, I'm going to let y'all go. As you can see, I'm driving to work, so I've got to pay attention now because I've gotten in a bunch of traffic. And I'll talk at y'all hopefully tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.